How's it going, everybody? We're going to start off here in Mark. Let's keep it in the King James. But they understood not saying that. They were afraid to ask him. And he came to Capernaum, and being in the house, he asked them, "What was it that ye disputed among yourselves by the way?" But they held their peace. For by the way, they had disputed among themselves who should be the greatest. So their ego and their pride was all like, and he sat down and called the 12 and said to them, "If any man desire to be first, the same shall be last of all and servant of all." So to be first, okay, so that's what first to last means. If you want to be first, you must be last on, if you want to be first in the kingdom, you have to be last on earth. In other words, forsaking everything you got. I mean, if you want to be first, doesn't mean if you don't forsake everything, you won't be in the kingdom. But if you want to be first, then you have to be with that group that had nothing but the truth. Cars, boats, planes, jets, houses, money. I get it now. Okay. And he took a child and set him in the midst of them. And when he had taken him in his arms, he said to them, "Whosoever shall receive one of such children in my name receiveth me." So lost sheep, when they're found, they're like a little child in the truth, in the way. So, he's saying, when you do so, that's me. Jesus said, only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So that's me calling them. So I'm there. I'm in him now. So receive him, nurture him. And John answered him, saying, did I finish that? And whosoever shall receive me, receiveth not me, but he that sent me. Of course, God, because Jesus was God in the flesh. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not. And we forbade him, because he follow us not. He follow not us. But Jesus said, forbid him not, for there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. For he that is not against us is part of us. And whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Christ, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward. Let's move on to Revelation. I think we all understood what all that meant. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud. Well, guess who that is? I cometh in the clouds, right? So this is Jesus. And upon the cloud sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in your sickle and reap, for the time is come to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle. This is another passage where the church is removed. Again, book of Revelation is the same story told in different ways. It sort of comes in waves. Church is removed, wrath of God. Church is removed, wrath of God. And they all have different details. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in the sickle to the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, and he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. These are the goats. And the angel thrust in a sickle in the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great wine press of wrath of God, goats. And the wine press was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.